What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're finally going to be lowering my 335 so that way we can get rid of that huge wheel gap that was really bothering me. So let's get the car up on the hoist so we can get started. Alright guys, so got it into the garage on the hoist now. First thing I'm going to do is do the sway bar link up there, loosen this bolt here, and see what that gets us. If it moves enough down, then we're gonna go to the top and unscrew those 3 bolts. If not, then we'll have to undo some other stuff, which hopefully we do not need to do. All right, so now that I got this bolt undone and the sway bar link bolt undone, I just use a little wedge pry tool to spread out the clamping part that attaches it to the strut. All right, so the final step here is to pop off this cover. Get it out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget about this one or else it won't come out. So after that, the strut will drop down. So let's get it unscrewed. Alright, that's it. It's out of here. Here it is. On. They're pretty nice. Cost me $150 for both the front ones. I don't know if there's a left and a right, so I'll have to figure that out, but there we go. Looks right so far. Here is the spring. Oh, here's the front one. Compared to the stock, well, I don't even know how you compare these things, but this is them. Goes on like that, I'm assuming. I don't know, I've never done this before, so I know I need a spring compressor for that. It's about as far as I know. So I'm gonna grab one. All right, I got a second one on there. And I can spin the top now, so I'm assuming that means it's loose enough because I couldn't spin it before, so. All right, there's a screw on there. We'll just be careful, I guess. Kind of works. Slide my fingers out of the way. Yeah, guys, I'd say that shock is done for. So, I don't know, guys. Here is the front spring, the factory one. And here's the lowered one. I hope the car's not too low. That's a lot. Look at that. Well, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. All right, the removal wasn't horrible. Let's see if the install can go the same way.
Alright, so now that I got the strut lined up inside of the housing there, I'm using a jack to lift up so that way the strut is forced back in. As you can see, it's sliding in here. And then we'll just get it to where it's got to be, put the bolt in, and then release the pressure. Alright, I think I got it, so now it's time to put the bolt back in.
And then after this is out, we're just going to move to the back springs next.
First step is to take off this shield air flow thing. 4 10mm bolts. Next step is to get the tire off, which I forgot to do, and then we just have to undo this bolt and this bolt. But first, let's get the tire off. So it's just these two bolts here, one's for the shock, and one's how holding the actual thing on. Then here's our spring right here. So once we loosen these, then we'll be able to pull out the spring, pop the new one in, push everything back up with a jack, and tighten up the screws. Way looser than the other side.
I'm actually going to use the jack now too, just to get the pressure off of this bolt so I can pull it out of there.
Yes. Yes, you guys look, the spring's broken, and it's been broken for a while. So let's compare it to the dropped one. All right, and here is the backs. Definitely not as big as a difference as the front. The front was completely different. This one's only like one spring. So now we just gotta put these pieces on here and we're done. All right, let's slap the tire on.
Then we can see how much lower this thing's going to be. Hopefully it's not too much.
All right, guys, it's actually probably 2 weeks later. I wanted to let the springs settle before I recorded the final. So it's been about 2 weeks. So by now the springs are basically where they're gonna stay. They might go a little lower, but it probably won't even be anything noticeable. So let's check it out. Well, here it is. Just gave it a fresh wash. And that fitment is much, much better. I'm happy with that because it's not super slammed for like bad quality ride because they're just lowering springs and not coilovers. For some reason, I don't know if it's just me, but the back end seems higher. But that's because I've got 255s on it. So the rubber is stretched quite a bit. So I think if I put 275s like I want to, it's gonna fill the gap in much better. But compared to the E90 with tucked wheels, it's nothing. But overall, I'm really happy with it, and the ride quality is actually better than I expected for just lowering springs. So yeah,
I think that's gonna end today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like down below and also subscribe. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's gonna end today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.